Hello, everyone. Welcome back to Marilyn Tarot, or welcome if you're here for the first time. I decided to take us out today. It's a beautiful, beautiful day. It is cold, but it's nice and fresh and chilled, and there is nothing better than a sunny winter day. We'll be officially starting the winter season as of 21st, winter solstice. But there are a few things I do want to talk about before we get to that, and I'm just going to briefly talk about it in this video. But the reason why I brought you all guys here today, we are in Alexandra Palace Park, which is one of my favorite spots here in London. And behind me, I think you can see those beautiful, massive oak trees. Look at that, there's 4 or 5 of them. And the amazing fact about those trees is that they are like 200 years old. Just think about it for a second, right? 200 years old. The reason why I'm recording today is because we have the full moon happening in the sign of Gemini tomorrow. The sun is in Sagittarius, beautiful fiery sign that is all about conversation, philosophy, expression in a mature way, in a wise way. And then we have that Gemini energy, which is the air sign, right? We are talking about the mind, the communication, conversation, choices, conversations you have with yourself as well, which is probably one that is the most important, all those stories that we create in our head and all those conversations that are happening, the mind chatter and all that stuff. So with the full moon, we're going to have the spotlight exactly on that. What do we choose to say to ourselves? And this is obviously going to influence how we show up in the world. Choices you make, places you want to go to, people you want to see. This all might be now shifting and changing because we are changing internally and we are getting out, actually we are out of the Scorpio season, which was about all those deep feelings and emotions. And now we are actually thinking in a different way, and then we're going to be acting and showing up in a different way. And this is very much about how you show up to people around you. You might be noticing changes in differences in the way you express yourself, the way you communicate. It's also pretty amazing that we do have the Mercury, which is the ruler of Gemini, being direct now after a couple of weeks of going retrograde, and it is in a sign of Sagittarius. So there is quite a lot of fiery energy right now. But also that air element into the mind is very, very important. And because we are finalizing the year as well, and we are sort of finalizing this 2025 cycle, which is number 9 cycle, there is a theme of closure, and there is a theme of understanding and realizing what is it that you want to take on with you and how you want to start the year 2026, which is the year number 10, which has amazing, amazing power when it comes to numerology. So I do have my Marilyn Tarot deck with us. You can buy those if you get in touch with me. I do have them in wine color and black velvet as well. And there is an Instagram page dedicated just to this deck, called Infinity Cosmic Sisters, where you have a bit about Anna, my sister, who is the creator of the deck. She's an artist and she made this beautiful deck for me. Some of you already know that. And you can see all the cards, 78 cards, complete deck, 22 major arcana and 56 minor arcana cards. But let's see what are the messages that are going to come up for this full moon, and what is it that we need to know. The first card I'm going to pull will be the message for what is it that we are leaving behind and what is it that we are done. Obviously, this is general. We all have different situations. We all have different processes. We have all different journeys and growth. These are general messages, but it can give you inspiration, or it can give you sort of the guidance to think about what is it you want to leave behind and what is it you're done with. But as I said, again, you can just write down for yourself what is way more personal for you and work with that. So the first card and the first message is the 5 of Wands. Talking about all those fiery energies, with Sagittarius, is Sun in Sagittarius. 501's energy is that minor arcana card, but it talks about where do we decide to invest ourselves energetically. Everyone has an opinion. We have people around us. You were trying to make everybody happy, or you want to please yourself and be true to yourself. There is a moment when we are taking a step back because we have to be authentic. Right, it's like, where do I keep making compromises, and where do I keep showing up and I'm actually not being true to myself? Because we can do that for a certain period of time, but on a long term, it's gonna come to the surface. And this is exactly what the full moons are talking about. All those compromises that we make, and there is that moment when it's like, okay, now is the time to change the perspective. So 501's minor arcana card, very much about choosing your battles. Number 5 is all about change and transformation, and it takes us to the next level. It takes us to the place of success. Next card that a message that we're going to have for today is your current energies, your current situation. How do you feel? What do you think about the most? And let's see what is going to come up for collective as a present message, or message for the present. Wow. We have the Wheel of Fortune. Big energy, major arcana card. The wheel is turning. Shift and change is the only thing that is definite, right? And it's up to us how we learn to ride those waves and how we learn to adapt to the change. I do see this card as a card of a good fortune. Number 10. I was talking about 2026 being the year number 10, and we are getting ready for that new phase, that new journey as well. Because when it comes to people that are more connected to that natural wheel of the year, I do have a tarot deck where the Wheel of Fortune is actually called the Wheel of the Year. And for astrologers, pagans, spiritualists, we love to see the start of the new year as of 21st of December, as of winter solstice, because this is where the day is the shortest, this is the night is the longest, and so on. And then as from there, the days are getting longer, and so on and so on. So we have that natural rhythm and cycle that we are asked to follow in a way as well. This is why being more within and going more inwards right now would be beneficial, especially with that Scorpio season I was talking about. Now, thinking about it, Sagittarius is the fire sign in a period of winter. Right, it's easy to be a Leo during the summer season, but it's like this is a powerful symbolic meaning there. And also with the Wheel of Fortune is how do you know yourself, and how do you keep that center regardless of what's happening around you, and then learning how to ride those waves and take the best out of it. It is the card of the good fortune at the end of the day, and it's always good to see that one coming up. The next message and the next card that I'll be pulling will be messages for sort of future, where you're heading to, where what sort of to expect, and what do you need to know going forward, what do we need to know going forward as a collective. And what we have here, oh right, I love seeing this, the Queen of Wands. The Queen of Wands is one of those court cards that represent the archetype of personality, energy that you're stepping into. It is very fiery, it is very expressive, it is very creative energy. It's a pure card of Sagittarius. When I do my one-to-one readings for those ones that do know about tarot, I would ask them, what is your favorite card? I'm curious to know what is the energy that we are drawn to, and you would be surprised to understand, to realize how often we would actually choose, or people I speak to would choose the Queen of Wands energy, because it is that magnetic, expressive, creative, fiery, divine feminine goddess. She works with the energy of the cat. She's very much in knowing how to use her abilities in the best possible way, and it's that energy, when somebody enters the room and it's very magnetic and you get drawn to them, and so on and so on. So it makes quite a lot of sense. So talking about this full moon and how this card relates to that the Gemini energy is by removing any negative thought pattern. This is very, very important. And by having that like healthy, empowering conversation with yourself, even if you have to write down, like list of the words you want to keep reminding yourself of, this way you'll be connecting to that inner queen of wands in a more powerful way. I'm trying to make my videos shorter so it's easier to, come across and see the messages. So I'm just going to leave you here with those messages. I'm wishing you all happy full moon. And I'll be speaking to you very, very short with the new recording about the new moon in Sagittarius. We're going to have the sun in moon in Sagittarius, and it will be just before the winter solstice. So it's going to be very, very exciting time, and I'll see what is going to be the setup for that very, very important conversation. Sending you loads of love, and bye for now.